It's January 31st in East Tennessee, Zone 7B, and I am going to start my peppers today because peppers grow so slowly that usually they don't even start fruiting until near the end or mid-fall, and I get very low production before they freeze, and they don't transplant super well either. So I am going to go ahead and start these now in hopes that I will cut off maybe a month at the other end to harvest these, that they'll start producing more and longer earlier in the fall or late summer. So I've got some soil and place that in my little containers, and I'm planning to plant a Jaworski, which is a sweet pepper, habanada, which looks like habanero, but it's actually a sweet. It's a little citrusy, and it doesn't have the capsaicin. It doesn't have the super high levels that make it hot. And then I've got some Chinese giant, which are a sweet pepper. I've got my long pepper, which this comes in a sweet and a hot variety, so don't do like me and plant them together and then not be able to tell which is which, because they grow very large plants and then they fall over into each other, and then pretty soon you're having to trace all the way down the branch to figure out which plant it came from. That was quite the mistake on my part. And I've got this poblano, which is also a sweet pepper, and I've got Sunbright golden sweet peppers. And then my one hot that I'm going to plant is this one. It's a Big Thai hybrid pepper. It grows very large fruit, and they're very hot too. It can be ground dried and ground up into a seasoned salt, or you can put them into tea, all kinds of different uses. You can cook with them if you like super spicy food. I have a friend that's loves spice and cooks with a lot, and she loves these. So I'm going to plant a few of those plants for her and keep those separate from all my sweet ones. And I'm hoping to get some of those lunchbox little peppers that are a lot of fun. And I planted those once in a raised bed and had a super huge crop of them. And I think those will go really well in the food pantries that I want to bring my extra produce to, because they're just little peppers. They can just pop into the bags with the other items that people are getting. So that's my plan for today, is to plant these varieties, get them started. I plan to plant a little 6-pack of each variety. I'm going to put 2 or 3 seeds in each well, because I bought all these at the beginning of 2024, so they're a year old, and I'm not sure how well they'll germinate. I think they'll be okay, but we shall see. Here's my setup for my pepper seeds to grow, and I use this plastic sheet because these are LED lights. They don't really put out much warmth, but I'm hoping that what little they do put out, it'll capture it and help keep these a little bit warmer for germination. So I've got my 6 varieties that I planted in here, and we will see how they do. Capturing the heat, they do like to germinate with a bit of heat, and sometimes I have trouble getting them to germinate. I have a friend that actually puts his in baggies with wet paper towels, the seeds, and then he places them on top of the lights. They're a little bit warm, and get some to germinate, and then he plants them once they've germinated. He plants the seeds, and that's another thing I may try if this doesn't work. But we'll give him a chance to pop up and greet the world first.